Hello,
Greetings.
and welcome to the second episode of our little devlog that we started a week ago,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. First off, thanks a lot for all the people that told us they watched it and they enjoyed it. I think for most reasons are not many developers do a devlog because it's a lot of work and you have to think what you wanted to talk about in the episode, even though it's often not finished what you're presenting.
Sure.
But I think a lot of people enjoyed that we show our process, our obstacles, for example, but also in the upcoming episodes or this episode, how we solved some problems we had.
At least for us, yes.
At least for us. And I think, for us, the reason we do this is also to get into a dialogue with you. So maybe you see us doing stuff, please write as a comment, hey, that's stupid. Please use this tool. Or why are you programming it that
No,
way?
don't do that, please.
Please do. And also another reason that we enjoy doing these devlogs is because of documentation reasons. Because when we come to an end with a project and start the next one, you often think about, hey, why did certain things take so long or what went wrong? And I think it's much easier to do a postmortem for the next project, to be better.
If you wrote about it.
That's also, we have a blog we wanted to show. So if you like to read some stuff we did in the past or some details, you can go to redking.de/Patou. It's in English, and we share some insights as well. All right, today is River Day, River
Right.
Dance. And we just want to talk a bit about the river tool we are using.
Which is this one,
Yeah.
RAM River Auto Material. I think everybody who has the need of flowing
Liquids.
in their scenes are probably using River Auto Material.
Though it's interesting because it looks like a tool that's only good for photorealistic nature simulations,
Yeah,
but you can also use it for streets.
sure, and it also has a lake tool, so it's not only flowing but also little lakes like we
Or
have here,
puddles.
like
Yeah.
we have in our scene. It's pretty easy to use. You just create a new game object, 3D object, river spline, and then you can, where is it? Over there, add points by clicking them
Yeah.
on the scene. And of course, you need a material like this one, and then you can already see it's really easy to use. And
It's a pleasure to use, honestly. I had never so much fun building rivers than with this tool.
and you can change each point individually, and the flow map is also editable and so on.
Yeah, you can also decide in which direction it flows and how fast, if it's rather steep or like
Yeah.
a calm water that you're building. And they got different shaders. So we rather use the stylized shaders, I think, for mobile games. I don't know.
It's a work in progress, of course.
It's work in progress, but that's our river.
Yeah. And another problem with the river, of course, was the sound. So if we walk around in the scene and there should be some river sounds as soon as the player approaches
Yeah.
the river. And at first I added, like, at each point, or at least between several meters of the river, sound sources with the sound of a river we found somewhere. And now
We found somewhere.
freesound.org.
We took a day together with Patrick searching nice sounds. And actually, to find a nice river sound is not easy because it's supposed to not sound too loud. It quickly sounds like noise.
You know,
And
I
not
actually
river.
believe you when you say.
Hey, what?
I'm just saying, it's not that we went outside and took our own river.
Unfortunately,
Even
not.
though we live near the Saale, we
That's
could
true.
a river here in our town.
But
So
the
we could
problem
do
is that real rivers don't sound like rivers. Like you expect them to sound.
Probably not. Right, and instead of doing lots of points everywhere, I only do one now, this one, and it has a line that I can draw also by clicking somewhere in the scene. I think it's not usable right now, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not editable right now, but I can change this line in edit mode. So I can remove points and also add points.
It's like the
And so
river
on.
tool, a bit.
I also use it for other stuff, but right now only for this demonstration, the line tool, where the sound source of the river is moving along and chooses the point nearest to the player.
Can you show that in the editor?
I think we saw that.
So it really follows along the player. The sound
Yeah.
source follows the player.
It should at least. So the player is here. And if I walk to the river, where is it? We see the sound source down below. This one here.
So
And
it's
it moves
following
with
you.
me.
It's your stalker
Yeah.
when you come near the river.
And if I go on the other side, it switches the place to the other
It's like a
side
railroad
of the
following.
river. Yeah. So it's not perfect,
why did you exchange it from having lots of individual soundscapes to or sound bubbles to this solution?
Because having a lot of sound clips in the scene is not nice to look at. I mean, all these points, and if you change something, you have to move each point individually too.
So it's not performance-wise. It was rather
It's
visually pleasing, more pleasing for you.
It was also performance thinking, like lots of audio clips in one scene is probably not that good, and of course, Unity knows it can't play all the sound clips at once, but I thought also it would be nice if it follows you.
Yeah.
So also optimization is not really the concern yet because we didn't do optimization tests yet,
But we do
performance
soon.
tests. But yeah. And
Okay.
I had a need for this tool anyway, so I thought, why not do use it for
Yeah.
that?
And you did a little question poll. Yeah, that's the word I searched.
The question was, in a third-person game, what should the parent object for the audio listener be? And does this apply to all sounds?
That's a really interesting question. So when as a third, because before that we did mostly first-person games,
Yeah,
and for that it's clear it's mostly the same.
I don't remember how we did it before because we also did third-person game like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but not so much. I think it's rather smaller games. So you talk
Yeah.
about Pitman or
No, I'm talking about our games in university.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's really a long time
Long
ago.
ago.
But I think we never thought about this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
Anyway, maybe it's also not the answer to say, okay, it's camera or the player character. Maybe it's something in the middle, like someone said it should be between them if it's very far. And some friend said to me, if anybody says player character, they are insane, because if the character is like face to the camera and the sound comes from the left, but you hear it from the right because the character is turned around.
Yeah.
So maybe it's at the character of the player, but the rotation depends on the camera.
Never thought about that.
Things like
it's
that.
really interesting, yeah.
But right now it's also just a camera for us.
So you also chose the camera, right?
Yeah.
So when let's say Kid, our player character goes into a cave, you would only hear the sound when the camera is also in there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that will change someday.
Yeah. Also tests will confirm that, or if people hate it or dislike, or don't even care.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think that's it for today. We want to be really focused with not too many topics in one video, rather do more videos than too many topics in one. I guess next time maybe it's terrain.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can finish my tutorial until then. Yeah, but if you have any questions for us or concerning the game or talking about your game, maybe where you struggle and if you have the same problem, please write. I think an exchange would really be fun about that.
Sure. I
Okay.
think that's so.
You also agree? Cool.
I agree.
Then see you next time. Bye.
Bye.